Hi, this is Fee, Dumb and Rough, and first dream, giving you a test, and just looking at this, and it's in reverse. It's really strange to look at in reverse, but I think I can remember. I think Fruitini was setting up. I'm having this issue. So I'm going to see if anybody joins me. Doing some diamond painting. Oops. You can see I've got one person. I'm presuming that's probably me. Oh, I don't know. Oh, gosh. I know I'm in Australia, so I have a very different time zone to the US and the UK and that. I want to get halfway along. Oh, wait. I don't know whether this is working or not. Oh, 2 people. That's an excitement for me. Whoops. Actually, I want the big tray. For whoever's joined me, great to say hello. This is my first live stream, so I don't know if it's going right or not, and if my volume is good or not. And I'm just going to bring you down. Okay. Hi, Randy. Thank you. Bit nervous to do my first live, so I don't know how long I'll go for. Hey, Mrs. Crochet and Coffee. How you doing? Oh, okay. So, Randy, you're from Minnesota. It's funny, I don't really know much about where anywhere is in the US, where your states are, let alone any town. So, oh, you're sick, Mrs. Crochet. You sounded okay. Well, last night, this morning, on your live that I saw. It's quite funny, strange doing a live, because I don't know what to talk about. Normally I'm rabbiting on severely when I do the do my DPing. North Dakota and Minnesota are next to each other in the States. Is that north, south, in the middle? I'm finally back to working on my custom. That's this one. That just went out of focus then, I think. Just south of Canada. Cool. So you guys will be really, really cold at the moment. "40 minutes for Canada," Mrs. Crochet. You guys, I've 7 degrees. Is that Celsius or Fahrenheit? I presume that's you're giving me in Fahrenheit. Even 7 degrees here in Perth is cold. I chuckle. I hear you guys talking about snow and how cold it is. I haven't seen snow yet. Celsius, 7 degrees Celsius. So it's 24 degrees Celsius here, which is 76 Fahrenheit. But it's only 9:30 in the morning. Yuck. Snowing. I so want to see snow. We got heat wave in Australia at the moment, and part of the country that I deal with, they had 51 degrees Celsius the other day. Hang on. Trying to work out 50 degrees Celsius. So I work with mining in the north, and they reached, for you guys, 122 degrees Fahrenheit. So they're melting up there at the moment, but they're also used to that temperature. No, I'm not wanting your snow the way you guys get it. I just want to visit somewhere that has snow. Hi, Christine. 23 here. Where is here? Expecting a big snowstorm this weekend. Near Rochester, is that New York? No. Oh, maybe I should put a map on the wall so I can actually see where you guys are. Is it? I know that New York's a city, but is NY New York as a is it a state or something like that? So Christine, in relation to Randy and Miss Crochet, in Minnesota and North Dakota, where are you from there? East Coast. Okay, cool. Because that's East Coast, but that's the north of the north, isn't it? How's that? No interesting conversation from me talking about the weather and where you live. I suppose it's just me getting to know and understand where you guys are. Randy, Midwest. Cool. Question for you guys. I work between using my multi-places and single placer. Do you guys tend to stick with just using the single placer? Or do you do what I'm doing, which is chopping and changing from the single to multi, depending on how I feel? Lake Ontario is on the northern border of our state. Okay. And is Lake Ontario close to Canada? Sorry, excuse my ignorance. Good one, Randy. Depends on the mood. Oh, good. Because I also will switch to tweezers as well, depending on how my hand feels. Cool, Christina. Canada's on the other side. With all the travels that I've done, it's really funny. For some reason, the US is not high on my list. I don't know why, but Canada is high on my list of places I want to go. But yeah, so many places out there to see. Multi-places placer. Is this just checking? Is this a bit too close, or would you prefer this to be the camera to be further away? Okay. So even in large blocks and using the multiplacer, I still do patterns. I'm using myself while I do it. Thanks, Randy. Rebooties. Sorry, booties. I'm just automatically thinking it's a baby kicking its having a tantrum there, Mrs. Crochet. Kicking its booties off. I want some rebooties on my toe. I want some rebooties. My toes are chilly. Tie strings Lucy to baby's legs when they kick like that, and it's very entertaining. I have to remember that when I end up with grandkids. So I got to do this. Throw it out there. You guys got any questions for me? I mean, I don't know how many of my other YouTubes you've watched and how much I've managed to dribble where you understand anything about me. But do you have any questions? Be cool to answer some questions if you'd like to know anything about me and that. You put balloons on them, they love it. Mrs. Crochet, yeah, I live in Australia. I'm on the west coast of Australia. I'm in Western Australia, which is actually, our state goes all up the left side of Australia, all the way up. On the east coast, we've got 3 states. In the middle, we've got 2 states, and then we've got one island called, the state is Tasmania. Oh, and I forgot our national capital, which is Canberra, which is basically on the eastern states. Oh, yeah. Oh, what kind of doggy do I have? I have a Shar-Pei. Oh, hang on. I'll grab my phone. I'll show you, give you a picture. Find a picture of him. He's a Shar-Pei, so he's 8 years old. Where are we? Where are we? Where is it? I've got too many photos on my phone. So that's him, all wrinkled up and in his favourite spot. Okay, there we go. Papa, he's not a papa. he's fully grown. He looks like a puppy, but yeah. Yeah, Shar-Pei, they also called the Chinese fighting dog. But he is, if anybody gets a Shar-Pei, you've got to be prepared for the vet bills. But they're beautiful nature if you treat them right. A kangaroo's like a deer here. Wild and run all over. Depends on where you live. I'm in the city, but I'm about 25 kilometres away from the city. I don't know what that is in miles. There he goes. That's Bo walking away. So I'm about 25 kilometres from the city and live near a wildlife park. So I see kangaroos just about every day. And it's one of those things where at the wrong time of the day and you've got to really be careful because they're on the road jumping around. And because they jump and that not walk or run, they jump in different directions. So if you've got 4 or 5 kangaroos on the road and they'll jump all different directions. They don't always jump in the same direction. They'll just turn. Suppose it is cool with the kangaroos, but I've not quite ruined a whole car, but I've lost the whole left side of my car from the bonnet to the boot because I hit a kangaroo. He went through the windscreen. So yeah, no, it's cool to see them, but not cool to hit them. I think I had the conversation on, was it Mrs. Crochet's, one of her lives we were talking about eating kangaroo and emu and our lovely wildlife of Australia. And I don't like any of the eating any of the national animals. Yeah, no, they're not cool jumping all over traffic. We've actually had, because we're in near the park, where the wildlife park where they have them, we've actually ended up with them on our street. But even the country towns don't get kangaroos in the centre of them generally. But it's just because we've got the wildlife park next to it. You know, they're not all over the place. It just depends on where you live. You know, to be 25 kilometres out from the city and see kangaroos is, it's pretty cool. Does it snow in Australia? It does on the east coast. Not much though, but in the mountain ranges it does. In Western Australia, we have one place where it does snow, but that when I say it does snow, it probably will snow for 1 or 2 nights in a year, not every year. That's why I've seen snow in the distance. I've never seen it snowing. I've stood in snow when I was 11, I think. My partner's from the East Coast, and he's been like in the snow and snowboarding, and he reckons I'm stupid because I want to see snow. But then he doesn't like the cold, so we won't go anywhere together in the cold. Okay, do I have children? I have children. I have 2 boys. They are 24 and 23 now. One is married, and the other one has a girlfriend. You can have all the snow we're getting. No, we'll pass on that one. There's no chance of snow in Perth. God, if it snowed in Perth, people in Perth would be crying and not happy. So how much does everybody like the 310s and the state that they get in, the amount of rubbish that you find in the 310s? And if you're doing a section that has 310s, do you do like I do, get them over and done with first? Or do you do them at the end or during, or while you're in the middle of, while you're just working? $28 last Friday. This is crochet, not a lot of 310s in my paintings, mostly 939s. Isn't it? Is it the 823s are pretty close to being black as well, aren't they? I'm just because I didn't get many 939s in this one. Christine, been working on special diamond paintings lately. What special diamond paintings have you been working on? Yeah, 823. Yeah, deep blue. And yeah, Randy, depends on the company. Every moment has great 310s. Yeah, I'm working on the blue-eyed tiger with Ever Moment, and yeah, that's, I will agree. Their 310s are really good quality. All their drills are good quality. Just did a dragonfly with the sparkly gems. Cool. Is anyone like me where you work on, you've got 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 diamond paintings that you rotate to work on just for a breakup from different colours? Oh, I hope you can't hear that. My washing machine's just kicked into an overdrive spin cycle. If you're hearing any buzzing in the background. Mrs. Crochet, my OCD won't let me work on more than one at a time. I find I have to change. I have to swap around because I get working with the colours, and I like to just work with different colours just for a break. And also, you work with squares and rounds because that also breaks it up as well. Randy, by the way, I'm typing on tablet screen with one finger. Can't type like this very well. Can relate to that. I've been on some lives with Mrs. Crochet, and I've been in a meeting room watching, and all I can do is I'm typing away on my iPhone while I'm watching. Yeah. One finger typing, you can't type very fast. Christine, waiting on a custom of my niece and my brother on her wedding day. 40 by 60 square with lots of 310. That'd be in the background, the 310s, wouldn't it? So Christine, did you see my the wedding picture I did for the friends? I think the last lot that I showed of it was actually me when I framed it. I got that from My Diamond Paintings. I'm actually going to brag here. They notified me last night. They were doing a competition for the best custom. And that custom, they messaged me last night and said that I'd won. So I've got a 40 by 50 custom that I can get done for free. Mrs. Crochet and Coffee usually only takes a week to complete them. Wow, that's really quick. Mine, I will say I've got so many massive ones. I mean, this one I'm working on at the moment, so 60 by 100. Christine, I have many that I've started and not finished. Yep, can relate to that. I've got a lot finished, but I haven't framed them. Suit jacket, Christine. Yep. Thanks, Mrs. Coffee. Do you prefer Mrs. Crochet, Mrs. Coffee, or Mrs. C? Don't think I've seen it yet, Christine. Yeah, there's a few drill with me's with that one. I had to hide that one while I was doing it, so my partner didn't see it because it was even a surprise. I didn't let him know that I was doing it as a gift. But it was, when I was working on that one, it was really funny because I had it out and I heard the car pull up and I knew he was coming home and bringing his mate with him, so I've had to put all these books on top of it to cover it up. And he'd not seen those colours before, so he walked over and said, "Oh, what's that?" And I growled at him and told him to go away, and not very politely, purely because I couldn't even say what it was because it was his mate on it. Yeah, Christine, plenty not framed. Yeah, I've got them all over my spare beds. It's not even, and in a portfolio. Okay, Mrs. Coffee. That's great. Now I know Mrs. Coffee. Talking of coffee, I suppose it's only 10 to 10 at the moment here. And I haven't drunk my first coffee, but I am drinking it now. Mrs. C&C, sure, Christine, as long as you don't call me late for dinner. We can all relate to that one. So, Mrs. Coffee, you're working on the koi fish. What's everybody else working on? Yeah, it is. It's Friday morning in Australia. I'm only out of bed for a few hours. I've got to go back to bed in about 2 hours because I'm on night shift tonight. I have to throw my sleep pattern out the window when you do shift work. So yeah, I went to bed at 1 o'clock this morning. I've had about 5 or 6 hours sleep, then get out of bed so that then I can sleep again this afternoon. So Christine, dinner was awesome. What'd you have for dinner last night? So what time is it where everybody else is? It's you guys are still in the past, aren't you? You're in Thursday. Oh, cool, Randy. Oh, pork chops and potatoes, both with ranch dressing. Yum, sounds good. Just finished my Diamond Art Club painting, one that got gone off on Med's channel. Yes, Mrs. Coffee, we're a step ahead of the US here. 8:53 p.m. So that's, hang on, I'm trying to remember, that's New York way. How much of a time difference do you guys have between your East Coast and your West Coast? You can catch all the kangaroos before they hit it. They don't hit us, we hit them. That's why they get the damage. They just sit they don't move. They sit on the road and just look at you. Christine, tired, been up since 5 a.m. So what's that, 15, 16 hours? Four hours difference between, oh, that's a lot more than what we've got here in Australia. Where we've got daylight savings, which is now because it's summer. The eastern states, so Sydney and Melbourne are all 3 hours ahead of us. South Australia, which is Adelaide, which not many people know about, won't take much notice of, which is not a good thing. That's 2.5 hours ahead of us. So 3 hours between. Oh, Christine, you drive a school bus. Oh, I could probably think of worse jobs, but I don't think I'd enjoy driving a school bus. All those kids. What ages do you have as students on your school bus? Sorry, I've seen a lot of American movies where kids on school buses play up big time. Mrs. Coffee, you drive your kids to school. They don't have buses. Oh, Christine, preschool, thankfully. Oh, you'd have little darlings then, wouldn't you? Yeah, it's Randy. Oh, shush, Bo. There he goes. Someone's out the front. Yeah, it's summer now, Randy. It's the eastern states is actually copping a major heat wave, and there's drought over there as well, so it's not really good. I mean, the East Coast has been in drought for quite a few years, but it's getting so bad. It's absolutely horrible over there. Hi, Dearly Crafted. Jumped in yesterday on your first live. It was cool. It was good. I can't with my lives. I know that it's really good to do a schedule, but that's the one thing that's put me off doing lives is I can't do a schedule. So I just have to keep an eye on if anybody's got lives coming up. Not to been trying to work out that I try not to do a live while everybody else is doing them. But yeah, I can't do a schedule because of all my shift work. No worries, dearly. I saw it come on and went, oh, I'll see that. And then I saw, while I was actually starting to look at yours, I saw Mrs. Coffee's come on and I went, well, I don't know which one to watch, but you said yours was a test. So I thought I'll drop in there first and see how you go. Knowing it wasn't going to be, believing that it wasn't going to be a long one. So, but yeah. I love your setup on your desk. Okay, I've had enough of the 310s already. Maybe I'll shorten the area that I'm working on. There we go. Shorten the area. Go for a change of colour. Dearly Crafter, what I do is if I'm on the computer, I'll actually have a live. If there's two lives, I've got I'll have the two lives running on in different tabs. But when I go from one to the other, I'll actually mute the one that I'll mute the one that I'm not watching, and then go back again, backwards and forwards between them when there's a couple of lives going on at the same time. Christine, I give all of you lots of credit, and I've been thinking about making videos, but haven't gotten up the courage yet. It's funny. I will say for myself, I think I've decided to do. I was nervous about doing the live, but decided to do it because I'd almost run out of things to talk about to myself. I've got more holidays to talk about, but yeah, I just it was more that I wanted some interaction. It's good. I was more nervous when I actually did the first start of it. And thinking, oh, is anybody going to join me? And look at that, you're all here. Dearly Crafted. I need to set up more monitors. Hang on. I'm going to show you something that's when you talk about more monitors. Hang on. I'll show you a screen where there is more monitors. see if I've got it. Where is it? You can't see it properly, but you see how that all more monitors? You need monitors like that. That's actually my desk at work, but you need monitors like that. I've got 7 monitors on my desk, which is really cool. How would that be to have YouTube playing on every single one of those monitors? It'd be cool. Wouldn't know which way to look at though. Okay, Christine, grab your drink. See when you get back. Yeah, the first time I went into where I work now, I was super impressed. And all I could think of was the gaming and how good gaming on those screens would be. And that's just in the rail control. The port control, I'm in mining, and the controllers that manage the port, they have about 12 monitors on their desks, but they're smaller screens. Oh, Rosette, I missed you coming in. Sorry. Hello, Rosette. Thanks for joining. I promise none of us are making funny faces at you. Oh, you can't see my face, so you don't know if I'm making funny face at you guys either. Dearly crafted. Right, gaming heaven. Yeah. Definitely gaming heaven. I've got 2 of my monitors are actually video cameras, so video feeds of a part of the area where I control, which is nearly 2,000 kilometres from where I live. Whoops, dropped it. Tweezers for a bit. Where are we? There we go. That's those colours. Yeah, a little bit of a challenging job. That's why I find diamond painting is really good. I get to wind down. None of those. Just trying to work out next colour and so on to see if I can spot any of that one that I need next. I used to pick depending on how my paintings, what storage I use. I used to, in the Elizabeth Ward, I go by symbols. Yeah, if I use the Craftmates, I go by DMC. I'll work my way along that way. Got to go to bed now. Early morning for me tomorrow. Nice chatting with you all. See you, Randy. Have a good sleep. Arrow down. Yeah, for those that haven't seen any of my posts, train controller, high stress. Got to be very alert, very safety conscious. If you're not concentrating properly, you can miss stuff which can actually cause a lot of damage and actually loss of life. So I don't know whether our mining company actually is a company that deliberately derailed their train a couple of months ago. So yeah, Dearly Crafted, working on the waterfall. Well, what looks like a waterfall. So that one, yeah, my custom. The one, my Durban custom. I have to get this one done. So this is, I think this one is actually the 3rd or 4th diamond painting I've ever ordered. But when I first started diamond painting, I immediately went, I had this picture in my head that would be perfect for it. So I ordered it. So yeah, this is one of my very first orders. Excuse me. And because it's so big and I've had Christmas, I keep putting it aside and working on other stuff. There was another project that I just had to get completed and out the way and resolved and out the door. Yeah, the jetty one, I'm basically, my partner's like going, you need to get this one completed because this is the one, he loves this one. Yeah. Okay. Yes, the waterfall, you took that picture yourself. Yeah, I took that picture myself. It's funny how it's actually inside, that garden setting is actually inside of a room. It's that waterfall is actually water running down a small fountain, or just trying to work out best, just a display garden that makes, just the way I took the picture made it look like it's this big massive waterfall. And I could step over that if I was close to it, I would have been able to actually step over the top of that waterfall. Yeah. Very nice. So is the jetty done? It's on a way to be a fundraiser. So I did the small jetty one. That was all done. I did that one in a day. But no, the big jetty, I've just, because I'm doing, although yes, it is a fundraiser, I'm doing it for my mum. I did tell her that I have to get this one done first. I mean, I only got that jetty one given to me, I suppose on my last night shift, so probably only about 5 or 6 days ago. But yeah, and if I do it, Nathan, if I start working on it, I can't start working on it while Nathan's at home, so my partner's at home. Because he'll get a bit cranky because this one's been taking me so long. Tweezers it is again. So yeah, that jetty one, that's actually a jetty near, it's a jetty where I grew up, and it's in major disrepair and needs a lot of work. But that photo is when it was in a really good state, not a perfect state, but when it was still in a good state. And I used to go right to the end of that jetty and fish off the end of it with my grandfather. So that jetty's got a lot of memories for me. I had a cousin actually fall off the jetty halfway and have to swim back to shore. Poor kid. I shouldn't laugh, but it's funny now. It wasn't at the time. He was worn out by the time he got back. Well, he can help you with it and it will get done faster. No, because I've only got this one section that's probably only 30 by 30. But then again, I couldn't pin him down to sit still long enough to do this. If he sits still, he goes to sleep. I don't think I'd be able to get him to do diamond painting. He doesn't understand how I can sit here for so long. Especially when he goes to work and he comes home and I'm in the same position. I may have gotten up and done stuff, but yeah, but when he comes home, I'm sitting back down again. The jetty looks like a beautiful place to visit. Wow, you have nice memories of visiting. Oh, yeah. You can't even set foot on that jetty now, which is the disappointing thing about it. It's in that such a state of disrepair. But yeah, everybody that in Esperance, well, most people in Esperance will have memories of that jetty, and it all means different things to them. I actually learnt to scuba dive off that jetty. That was the first time I got in the ocean while scuba diving, was off that jetty too. Hey Shanda, how you doing? Thank you for joining my first live. Okay. Do I need to put this camera down closer and tell you guys to point out where the symbols are that I can't see? Come on. Because we all know that as soon as you put a colour away, you're going to find that one. Yep, put the colour away. Dilly Crafted, you might scuba dive if you make it for a holiday out there. I might scuba dive if make it for a holiday. I can tell you what, I don't think they make a wetsuit big enough for me now. Oh, no, they probably do. Okay. Hang on. Oh, yeah, I've got more of these. Hey, Shannon. Yeah, thank you. Doing good. Thank you. Good to see that, that you can join us. The only thing I'm trying to do is try not to swear, because I'm a major swearer. I now put it down to the fact that I'm in the mining industry, and we've just been basically put on notice that we need to watch our language because we're in an office environment. So, Dearly Crafted and Shanda, where do you live? I presume you're all in the US. You're both in the US. Cuss like a sailor when need to. Oh. I had something happen at work yesterday and I went off. And one of the other train controllers that was at the other end of the room apparently turned around and went, oh, she's a real train controller now. Listen to her. I fairly went off. Oh, Shanda, you're in California and Dearly, you're in Pennsylvania, East Coast. Yeah, I've actually only been a train controller for a year now. So I've still got a lot to learn. But yeah, apparently I've learned to swear really well around there. And it's really bad when you start using words you won't even let your kids use. And they're grown up. And they're not allowed to say those words in front of me. They would be so surprised if they heard me at work. Sometimes you just, Rosette, sometimes you just need to swear. Someone would say, if you're sewing, then you're swearing. So you, when you're sewing, you do a lot of swearing too, do you, Rosette? So, Rosette, where are you located? You in the US as well? Come off it. So, Cal, is that California? Miss Coffee, I swear, when I stab myself with the needle. Yeah. Shanda in Anaheim. Where's Anaheim? I've heard of it, but I don't know where it is. I've heard it mentioned before. Southern California, yeah. Okay, cool. Mrs. Crochet and Coffee, are you toggling? Please tell Steph hi for me. Oh, okay. Oh, Shanda, near Los Angeles. Okay, I have to ask, are you toggling? What is toggling? Los Angeles, that's on the West Coast, isn't it? Or am I really, really being out of geography here? Okay, this has got me, Shanda. You're by Mickey, right? Dearly crafted to Shanda. You're by Mickey. Where's Mickey? Where's that Mickey Mouse? That's the only thing I can think of. It's my dog back again. Yes, West Coast near Disneyland. Dearly crafted toggling equals backward and forth between screens. Okay, so that's something I do when I'm on the computers. Okay. Is there any more? That looks it. Need more coffee. So by Disneyland, how close to Disneyland are you? I have a symbol here, and every time I look at it, there we go. I automatically think of a fuel tank, of a petrol Bowser, or hang on, you guys, it's a gas Bowser. So it looks like makes me think of a petrol tank for some reason. Does anybody else see that? Rosette, are you by any major attractions? Yeah, petrol tank. Yep. Shanda plays with Mickey. I'm about 5 miles from Disneyland. Cool. Yeah, not to been to the US, so not been to Disneyland. I've not been to any of the Disneylands or any of the places like that. Actually, no, I've been to Disney World and SeaWorld, I think, which is on the east coast of Australia when I was young. Hey, Mrs. C, Mrs. Coffee, looks like an oil tanker. Yeah, that's what I think. You live in oil field countries. You have those out in the fields or whatever it is, the ones that go pump up and down. Is that what you're talking about in country like that? Dealing after can see a petrol tank. Rosette, I'm inside a forest. My dog does not sit still. You hearing him clamping away when he comes backwards and forwards? Horsehead pumps. Yes, my husband is an oil field worker. Is that what they're called? Horsehead pumps. That's good. I like that name. That does suit. That's really good. Bo, go to bed. Sit down. Yeah, puppy nails. That's my little dog. And he's not sitting still. He's I think he's waiting for me to go climb back into bed. He's worked out when I do shift work. Because he actually does. He sleeps on the bed right at my feet. But now he's just walking around looking like he's lost. Okay, back at the top. I just realised I showed that symbol, but I didn't actually open it up to do it. I've grabbed the next one down. So I've got to go back to that one. He's wondering why I'm not talking to him. Nah, I don't think he's wondering why I'm not talking to him. He if I start talking to him, he walks around even more. Here he comes again. He's looking after the house, making sure nobody's sneaking up on the house unannounced. Oh no, I just heard him. He's actually just jumped up on the couch, so he'll go and sleep on the couch in the front room. Sorry, my keyboard needs to be mind controlled and not dependent on my typing. Is that because you hit the enter button when you didn't when you're not meant to? Is that what happened, Shandy? Dearly Crafted. Shanda, I ordered another DAC last night. What did you get, Shanda? I've looked at Diamond Art Club, but I don't seem to see anything that I actually like. And I've looked and looked a few times, but not seen anything in the designs that I like, so I haven't ordered from them. And they're in the US as well, so I actually have to pay freight for them to come here. Mrs. Coffee, welcome to the addiction. I've already, Dearly, I've already shown a picture of him, but can't help but brag about him. I have a Shar-Pei. And I'll show it again. That's him there. Full grown, 8 years old. And he's called, we call him Bo, but when I got him, we named him Botox. Being a Shar-Pei, actually, their folds can cause issues where the wrinkles are so much that they roll down onto the wrinkles are so bad they can make the eyelashes roll into the eyes. So we knew we'd have to give him a couple of facelifts, so at least. So therefore we got called Botox. But yeah, he's had 2 eye lifts so far. Dearly, don't hang your head in shame. We all type and hit enter buttons wrongly. It's just so long as you don't type in the wrong word, it's all good. Oh, which one? Thanks, Dearly. He is gorgeous. He is chocolate. Taking photos of him is pretty hard because you've got to get him in the right light because he's so dark. When he's on the couch, you can't even see him because our couch is he blends into our couch, so I can't take any photos of him when he's on the couch. So cute. Oh, Botox, yeah. Botox is a Shar-Pei's name. Amuses me. That's how we write his name, Botox, just to make it a little bit different. When it's your dog's birthday, does that mean you throw a Botox party? No, that would be funny. That would be so funny. I could so see my partner going, don't be stupid. He's a stealth Shar-Pei on the couch. Yeah. Oh, Shanda. No, that's the name of the DAC, Off to Neverland. Oh, cool. Ninja Doggo, yeah. He is a bit of a Ninja Doggo. Trying to work out how to explain it. He gets at the front window. We have tinted windows at the front of the house. So, but it's actually the mirrored tint. So he sits there and he looks out and watches the world and barks at anyone's car that parks on the road. But if we actually have somebody that walks up to our door, he keeps really quiet, and then as soon as they get to the door, he goes off. And he's got a really good deep bark. So, Shanda, the Off to Neverland, what does that one look like? Is that one of the Mandy Manzino ones or somebody else's? I think I've got all the right arrows. Yep. Probably haven't, but go back to that. I've only got a couple of those by the look of it. Mission Impossible going through your head thinking about your pup. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. I now have that going on in my head too now. Thank you. Should I find that theme as a background music? I'm not going to make the sound though because, no, that's horrible. Me making noises like that wouldn't work. So next time I do any of my videos and you hear him walking, I might have to just put in some stealth Mission Impossible theme song. No, I'm not going any further with that. Shanda has Peter Pan, mermaid, little details, stained glass. Thanks, Dilly. Oh, that's stuck in my head now. Better not be stuck in my head in an hour's time. Shanda, got to run. Be back Sunday. See you later, Shanda. Catch you next time. Dearly, you love the stained glass. Dearly, making the noise, playing with the Pygmalia corn. Shanda, no screen time for 2 to 3 days. Oh, I'd go nuts if I didn't have screen time. See you next time, Shanda. I'll catch you on somebody else's live or my live and say hello then. Mickey does not need you, we do. Yeah, Mickey's got Minnie, doesn't he? Doesn't need Shanda. So I saw last night I hit the 200 mark for subscribers, which is really, really, really good. Really happy about. So I think that's probably the thing that tipped me over the edge to go, righty, I've got to do some lives. And I can't believe how excited I was when I got 50, and then now I've got 200. It's excellent. Thanks, dearly. Hey, Mrs. C. That first 100 is the hardest. I'll tell you what's harder than the first 100 was actually saying to my partner I was YouTubing my diamond painting. He just looked at me and went, "What? People look at that?" So every now and again, I give him an update on the how many subscribers, and he's like very surprised. Dearly Crafted, I was excited to get one, and my husband told me he felt sorry for me and subscribed. My partner, I don't think he knows. And I think that's a bad drill. Yeah. My partner, he doesn't know the name of my channel. I don't want to hear him hearing me waffling on. He hears me waffling on enough at home. I will say with, yeah, really, yeah, I don't want him seeing my YouTube channel. I don't think he'd sit there and watch it anyway. I gave, when I gave that wedding custom gift to my friends for Christmas, I gave her the link to the framing, and then realized that I had to, the unboxing of that custom, I actually stopped making it public because it actually had how much I'd paid for it, and I didn't want them to know. So I think I learned that next time I do any unboxings, I'm not going to mention how much it cost at all, just in case I give it as a gift. Mr. Coffee was my first subscriber. Mr. Coffee likes my channel. He's happy to share the crazy. Trying to work out the best way to describe my partner. So I don't know whether you have an image of an Aussie male, tough bloke, kind of not into anything female or girly, but he's also Greek. So anything like that, he's just not into. He watches YouTube, but he watches fishing YouTube clips and 4-wheel driving. Dear Craft, only one of my friends knows she's not a new YouTuber. You see, that's not a knife. This is a knife kind of fella. Crocodile Dundee's soft in comparison to Nathan. He works at BCF here in Australia, which is boating, camping, fishing. So he's an outdoorsy guy. Likes rugby, and he's built like a rugby player. Mrs. Coffee, yeah, I shared it with my dad and my mum and my kids, so they all know about it. I think my kids have subscribed because they have YouTube accounts, but my mum and my dad have got no idea about YouTube accounts, so they don't subscribe. So like when I did the unboxing of the Jetty, I sent my mum the link. So I haven't even heard from her to say whether she liked the unboxing or even whether she's seen it. Dearly crafted, lol. He would make Dundee look like a sissy. Yeah. Dundee with the buffalo. Yeah, that's really funny. I can remember that, seeing that clip with that, and it's like, yeah, right. Yeah, no. Okay. My dad comes into my life and they call him lives and they call him Paw Paw. Yeah, I've seen that. Dearly crafted, I'm using my clean words with the last one. Did I miss something? No. Okay, have I got all of those symbols? I think so. Okay, that's 3 rows of my Craftmates done. On to 4. And that's the left arrow. I really reckon it's funny when I work on the arrows. So I've done the down arrow and I've done the right arrow. Now I'm onto the left arrow. And when I'm on any of the other arrows is when I pick up that I missed the other arrows that I've already completed. Okay. He diamond paints. Why not join in? Absolutely. Especially with him diamond painting. Sounds like he actually gets right into his diamond paintings. Does he have any, I suppose, is there a set style of diamond painting he likes? Because, I mean, I know with me, I like a lot of the mythical fantasy fairies and dragons, and I also like the big cats as well. So is there anything that he likes in particular? There we go. Missed the right arrow. Come on. Pick one up. Tweezers. There we go. He loves round. He likes animals, mostly elephants. The arrows are a pain when you want to work the painting from different. I can't work a painting from different angles. I have to keep it upright. And there we go. I just found another right angle. Right arrow there. My hat goes off to those of you that can rotate your diamond paintings, because there's no way could I work on these these different. different angles, different directions. Military diamond paintings as well. Do they craft elephants? Yeah, he loves elephants. I have to laugh at that. So like I did trip to South Africa, which is where this picture came from. When I told my partner last night that I'd won a free custom, he turned around and said to get one of the elephants one of the elephant pictures we took, to do that as a custom. So I don't know whether I'll do that, but I've also got some really nice ones where I've got a leopard in the tree and a lion cub, which is absolutely gorgeous. Got so many I want to get done as customs. I think we lost Rosette. It's been a while. Yeah, definitely have to have lost Rosette. We've only got 2 of us in here, so I'd say that's Mrs. Coffee and Tilly. It's just the 3 of us in the room. Definitely lost them. Yeah, dearly, big cats. Love the big cats. I've actually patted cheetahs. I've actually had my hand licked by a cheetah, which is really cool. Because licking my hand and purring at the same time. Their tongues are really tough. Big cats, they're just oversized kittens. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of one of those kittens, though. If you've actually seen, hang on, let's see if I can find it. Where I'm just trying to find. Just trying to find the link to the one where, not that one. Yeah. Have a look at that link and you'll see that was the day we went and saw white lions and padded cheetahs. So you see a couple of pictures there of the ones that I'm thinking about getting as customs. Cut you off from the live when you went there. I'm too used to. I'm on a computer, so I can click on links and right click and open them on another tab. I still stay with the whatever I'm watching. Any more right arrows anywhere? Can anybody see any right arrows anywhere? Yeah, sorry, didn't mean for you guys to get kicked off and come back. Oh, there we go, more right arrows. That trip to South Africa was actually my partner's sister won it, but she's got heart problems, so she couldn't go. It's just too much of a risk to go to a country like that with the way her heart is. So we were actually given the trip. So it was a free 15-day trip, which is absolutely fantastic. All we had to do was pay airport taxes because the tickets had to be changed into our names. I'm back. Usually it opens in another tab and doesn't cut off. I lived. Hey, thank you. Thank you for coming back. Okay. Triangle down. I hate it when you got the arrows when you got left, right, up and down, and then you get triangles up and down. Of course, I came back here as addicted as crafting Mrs. Coffee and gone off my meds. I've had a painting like that. Which one? Painting like what, Mrs. Coffee? Gosh. There we go. I wonder, I had somebody on one of my YouTube clips that suggested that I contact Diamond Art Club and see if they want to use some of my photos. So I don't know how I'd go about doing that, just as a thought of sharing some of the cat photos that would be really cool to share for other people to do. Probably some of the other standard photos that I take as well within while I'm away. Arrows in all directions, up and down, triangles. Yep. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Yep. Oh. Yeah, Duly Crafted. Yeah, I've got I don't know how I go about doing it. So I've just got to, I suppose, just send an email off and go, hey, I do diamond painting. I've got pictures. Would you be interested? But the question is if I put those there, would I have to take them off my own website or some? I don't know how to stop anyone from downloading photos from my website. Yeah. I mean, I know this one here, I could do this one and go, this is what it looks like as a diamond painting at this size. There's a really good example for them to see. Thank you. Yeah, that was purely by accident I did that, but it's when you've got those little bags and they stick to your hands, when you put them in those tissue boxes, they stay in. The things that you discover by accident when you do diamond painting. I know the way I used to do things initially, I've changed so much since then, different ideas. Find something that works better or you think it's a really good idea, you just build on it. Okay, down triangles, any more? Yep, one there. Oh, and of course, at the top. Dealer Craft, I love it. I think of you each time I don't have to go to the bigger bin. Yeah. I found that I was filling up my standard bin. Like I have a smallish bin, only just twice the size of that, but that was filling up so much quicker with those plastics. Okay, next one. Okay, yet again, I'm going to ask, what do you think of that one there? Is it going to zoom on that one? Because I get there and look at my symbols and think, okay, what can I, in my head, what do I call that? I call that like the, whoops, there we go. The pencil. Where is it? Come on, focus. It's trying to focus on it. My nails are probably thrown out of it. Yeah, it looks like a pencil. NASA logo. So it was a NASA logo. Okay, I suppose. I think of it as a pencil. Gone off my head there. Just sat down for a break. Put your feet up. Enjoy. Relax. I hate painting. I had to do that when we built this house. Theatre craft, I was looking at it blurry-eyed. At least in the camera, I think you can see which ones are actually those pencils, like there and there and there. Warm soak in the tub. Mrs. Got off my meds. Does I think she should enjoy that. I love to paint. I owned my own painting business years ago. I'm too old for this now. Should book you to come over here and get a paid holiday to paint my house, the inside of my house. It needs painting again. Got off of meds. I use Epsom salt after moving wood. That wrenches my back. Do you have some? Hi, Karen. Welcome to my live, my first live. Appreciate you joining. Rushing the house, paint the house by 31st, and yeah, Epsom salts is the best. Holy cow, I've just looked at how long I've been live for. Didn't think I'd last that long. 1 hour and 46 minutes. Jeez. Can now understand when I'm watching lives why you just go for so long. I mean, it's really cool. I love watching other people's lives, and I can sit there for hours watching, but I always found it amazing that you sit so long and doing it. I mean, I sit for ages doing these anyway. You just so lose track of time when you diamond paint, don't you? I do most of my editing while soaking in the tub. Holy cow. How do you do that while soaking in the tub? Okay, that's enough pencils. Nope. Yep, half circle. I still have one more carriage light to paint very carefully. Editing on the phone. Oh, because you record all of yours on the phone. Where are you? There we go. I struggled with using my phone. I tried to use my phone. Couldn't do it. I think it's more to do with the fact that I struggled getting to transfer stuff onto my computer because I prefer to edit on the computer. The good old clicking of something going into place, squeezing it in there. Have the front completely painted tomorrow. 6 days for the front of the house. Ooh. Wow. That's a lot of work. A lot of work. Oh, I've started yawning. There we go. That's not good. Thanks, Dealey. See my progress. It's good watching them come together, isn't it? And that's where I did some time lapses before. And I love time lapses because you actually watch what you've done and just see it done so quickly. Come on. The rest should go up quickly. Mrs. Coffee, it's a big house. It's a big house. Got off the meds. Less trim on the sides. What time is it for me? It's, believe it or not, it's actually 11 a.m. But I've just had to throw, because I'm on night shift tonight, so I had a late night last night, stayed up till early hours of the morning last night to get my body clock ready for night shift. Because I've got 3 night shifts to do, so 3 12.5-hour shifts over the next 3 days. Yeah, gone off of meds, recording time lapse when I watch videos and don't feel like talking. Yeah, agree with you there. Absolutely agree with you there. That's a good time to do the time lapses. When you've got nothing to do, nothing to talk about, you've got to get a heap done. I had one of my time lapses lasted like 7-8 minutes. And the speed that the photos were taking, it was actually 7 or 8 hours worth of filming. I'd sat basically the whole day diamond painting. I don't even think I got up to eat. DP Witness digital scrap kits. Oh, okay. Daily craft OD night shift is hard. I would rather work night shift than day shift. Love night shift. Night shift, there's no managers around for part of it. But we're, with what I do where we are, we have track gangs and that work on the railroad, and they only work on it during the day. So it's one less thing that you have to really stress about is, although you're still protecting your train drivers and all of that, the less gangs out there is, the less people you have to worry about their safety. You know, because part of our job is to prevent trains going through where track gangs are working. So the guys on the tracks doing all their welding and all of that in the middle of the day, we make sure trains don't go anywhere near them, and make sure track gangs are in a position of safety when we get trains to go past them. Our trains are nearly 3 kilometres long, so if that gives an idea of the size of our trains. Yeah. Be right back. Pup has to go out, and so do I. Dearly Crafted, get a puppy dog. I have a doggy dog. Both my cat and my dog love it. We love it because we don't have to take him out. Look at that. I just realised I missed up my one of my symbols. I did. Missed 4 of them. How did I do that? So I know going off my meds is actually painting, real live hard painting, but is anybody else diamond painting while I'm doing this live? Gosh, up the top. I know when I'm watching lives and I want to put comments in, but it's like sometimes I don't put comments in because I'm too busy concentrating on getting my painting done. Oh, gosh, do I need more wax in my pen? Looks like it, doesn't it? Yep. Dearly Crafted. I can't do a dog door anymore because of real wildlife at our new house here. Where we live, we've got 6-foot fences all the way around. I do have a bit of wildlife comes in. It's one of the neighbours' cats who'll come through the doggy door and eat our cat's biscuits. Caught him in the house a couple of times. But what type of wildlife, Dearly, that comes in, that is around your house? Hey, Kathleen, thanks for joining. Okay, and I think that's it. No, it's not it for that symbol. Bloody hell. Whoops, sorry, swearing again. Mind, that's a mild swear. Excuse me. Okay, so that's 4 rows done of my Craftmates. Big tray required for this one, and that's pour. Back to the multi-placer. Go this way this time. How many minutes of silence did I just do then? No talking, no real talking. I've nearly hit the 2-hour mark, and I actually need to get to bed very shortly so that I can function at work tonight. So I'll do this, finish with this symbol, and then I'll actually finish up and hop off. Just get this, yeah. So I'll get this, I suppose this is a hanging U. I call this one this symbol. Change direction again. Gosh, I'm not able to pick up with that either. Here we go. More wax on that tool. Got off my meds. Thank you for keeping me company. Hey, thank you for joining. Keeping me company this morning. I can't believe actually how I got people joining me. I didn't know time frame and what was suitable for you guys to actually join. But no, thank you for joining me. It's great. Just gone off my meds. Just make sure you go and have a bath and enjoy the Epsom salts bath. See, nothing to fear with lives. They're fun, like an interactive drill thing. Yeah, have to agree with you there. I'm able to have a chat. I suppose find out things about you guys as well instead of just waffling on. Put that in there. I won't be able to. Brian's asleep and no doors on the bathroom. Can relate to that. We've got our place, we've got no doors on our bathroom, but we've got 2 bathrooms. So when I do day shift, I'm up at just before 5. I've just started using the other bathroom to shower in so I don't disturb him in the mornings because he started being all grizzly about me waking him up. So I thought it'd be nice and start showering in the other bathroom. And I've done it for 2 day shifts, and in the afternoon, in the night time when I come home and talk to him, it's like, did you sleep well this morning? Did I wake you? And he's like, nah. And he just doesn't realise yet that I've been using the other bathroom. Because when I'm on night shift and I'm sleeping during the day, he's actually learnt to be quiet. Took him a bit, but he's learnt to be quiet. So I could find it pretty good if I can actually return the favour for him. Kathleen, do you get more done when you're on a live? Yeah, I probably do. I think I might have gotten more done. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I've gotten more done. I know an area about this big takes me 3 hours, so I've been doing this for 2. Now the arrow up. Oh, look at that. I'm like going, I'll finish this symbol and then I'm going to go. And then I've got no, another symbol. Let's get one more symbol. One more symbol. I'll do the arrow ups and then that'll be it. I'm going to send myself to bed. Oh, and I just missed some more, as we all do. Come along and see ones that you've missed. That's better. Yeah, gone off my meds. Yeah, if you go use the other bathroom, you'll be able to soak for as long as you like, and yeah, you make as much noise as you like. It's really good. It makes it a lot easier. Although there's only 2 of us in the house, it just means I've got 2 bathrooms to really worry about cleaning. Did you forget one? PFG. Kathleen, doing good tonight. Grandkids gone to mum for her weekend. Send pain their ass son to bed is peaceful. Oh, I got off my meds. Okay, thanks, Mrs. C. All right. Is there any more arrow ups? Yep, there they are. And this will be it. This will be it. I've got to go to bed. I've got to pack up my diamond painting that I take to work on night shift. Night shift, because as I say, there's no track gangs on. I can actually, it's quieter, so I actually do. I'm working on the tiger diamond painting while I'm on night shift. Okay. I think that's it for the arrows up. But I just found a triangle down. Okay, that's it. I'm going to go. Sorry, typing on my phone. I only use that tub to wash the dog. I actually get somebody in to wash my dog. They come in with a trailer and the dog goes in the trailer and they'll wash him in there because he hates water. Dear the Craft, I asked my dog to do his business quick so I didn't mess anything. Good night to you. Yeah, thanks for hosting. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Really appreciate it. So, yeah, first live all over, and thank you. I think that's all I can say is thank you. I'll definitely do more lives, but I won't be able to schedule them because, I do shift work. But, yeah, thank you for joining, and really, really happy that you did. So thank you very much. And, yeah, bye for now.